Okay, this is Luke 660, Chinese Blue Thunder. We are going to degree this. I've already done the numbers. I know what they are. Amazing, actually amazing. I'm going to show you the easiest way for me to degree these chainsaws, where at least I can duplicate and be accurate, so I got good data. I hope you enjoy this video. I know some of you have been wanting this. I'm going to keep this very simple. I'm going to break it down into 3 quadrants. Once we get our degree wheel mounted, we're going to do the exhaust. Then we're going to do the intake. Then after that, pop the cylinder off, and we're going to do a little trick, and I'll show you how to check your transfer timing. And then show you the relationships between the 3, what you're looking at, and what you're shooting for. I'll try to remember to get on what size saw you have, what relationship do these numbers need to be for optimum torque and power balance, or if you're shooting for RPMs and less torque. I'll try to do that for you, okay? Okay, what we're doing, we mounted our degree wheel. I'm lucky to have these that screw onto my crank. I got several different ones. On this degree wheel right here, you can use a 6-point socket that fits over your nut. Just put some paper towel or thin cardboard or something, and see, just jam it on there. And just anything to get a... I like these smaller degree wheels for me because I can just keep them off the edge of the bench and I'm good. Okay, so mount your degree wheel. I use MIG wire right here. Just mount it somewhere. You don't care where that lands. First thing we do is find bottom dead center. Okay. I'm not going to move this around a whole bunch because it's kind of a pain in the butt. Or maybe I will. Let's just see how I feel. Okay, now what I do is I start by pushing the piston down. Okay. I've got that much range, see? Okay, so what I do is I shove it down. Go the opposite way. Shove it down. See, it stops. Some of them land right in the center, some don't. Okay. Right there is my range of free movement, see? It's about 6 degrees, so I'm going to go 3 degrees. Okay. I'm going to move my pointer back just slightly. I like seeing that edge of that. Okay, that's what I like. Okay, and then I'm going to check that by backing it up. I'm going forward first. See, that was 4. That landed on
1 and 1.
Okay, that went too far. I can feel it. Okay, the sweet spot is 4 degrees forward and back. So that is 0 on bottom dead center. That's 180 degrees if you don't have BDC wrote on them. Okay, you just rotate it in the direction of... it's a habit of going in the direction of rotation. There is my forward. I'm at absolute top dead center. Now you can eyeball that. You want to get this where you duplicate it. Yeah, I can see that piston is parking, you know. This is only one way to do this. There is another way, which I won't tell you right now. But I'll share it down the road. It's a little more complicated. I'm trying to show you real simple. Okay. We need to know where our exhaust opens, right? Okay, I use first ray of light method. Realize under combustion, there's quite a little bit of pressure there. So what I'm going to do is, in the direction of the engine rotation, I shine this little light right down that spark plug hole until I see first ray of light. See that? See that? How it just blooms and blossoms? Right in there. You know, you can see that piston crown just open. It's actually right in there, but you got to know that the piston has to clear it. Okay? Right there. Now you write that number down. Okay? So it's 92 on this one. Okay? And then we just go ahead and just keep rolling it right around until it closes. And it closed right there. See, that's right where it closes. So we're going to use right there. Okay? That's really comfortable right there. Okay? So that is closed at 84 after top dead center. Okay? Now we got to do some counting. So we know after top dead center it was at 92. So 1, 10, 20, 30, 40, skip to 45, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 10, 20, 30, skip to 45, 40, 50, 60, 74. Okay. That's 172 degrees total. Okay. That's not so bad for a big saw. 70cc saws, I like to see them right around 160, okay? Intake and exhaust, that's kind of a rule for me. This is unported, by the way. This just happened to be this way. It's a strange combination of piston and cylinders. By the way, I was going to tell you what the squish was. 25. I like 20 for a 70cc saw. This 100cc, I want to see 25 or a little better. It's 25 dry. When I put my engine assembly silicone on to seal it, I'm going to gain 2, possibly 3 thousandths. Generally it's 2 and just a whisker. So I'll be at 27. That's where that is guaranteed. That piston's not going to hit the top, but that's going to be good compression. Okay, now what we're going to do is move over to this side. Okay. What you got here, as soon as I get this angle where you can see it clearly, I'm going to move the saw slightly. Try to get this where it's not flaring too bad. Get this sucker down a bit. Yeah, doing this on the fly is interesting. I'm going to tell you that right now. Okay, so we got to know where our intake opens at. Okay, the exhaust just closed. And we need to roll that around right there. You see that? Where it just opened? Flow starts at 50 thousandths. I know what 50 thousandths is. So it's about right in there. Trying to get that where it doesn't shadow you so bad. Okay. Now, you take this number after bottom dead center, A, B, D, C. That's at 96, edge of the pointer. Okay. After bottom dead center. Okay. And you write that down. Let me get my pen here. It was actually truly 2 degrees more on the exhaust, but I brought that back just that whisker. Being very accurate with these numbers. Don't screw around with us. Okay, so that started to open. Piston's coming up. It's coming up. It's coming up. It's all the way up. I'm going to tell you what, you don't have any trouble seeing in there. This is an interesting saw here. Is that screw to that piston is at top dead center is not obstructing anything. Okay, so it's coming back around about right in there. Right there, so you can see where that closes. Okay, and you take that reading. Okay, now that's 82 after top dead center. All right, so I write that down. Okay, and then I count that. So we were on the intake opening at, it was 174, right? Let me back that up, make sure. If you're in question, go back. Okay, we were at 96 after bottom dead center. And then when we came all the way back around, $84 after top dead center. Okay, so the difference between that, okay, you count that. I got to do that again because, believe it or not, I didn't write that darn thing down. Okay, that was 96. Okay, that's right. Here we go. Go back. Don't be afraid to keep checking this. Duplicate that. That's it right there. So 96, okay. 106, 16, 26, 36, skip to 45. 46, 56, 66, 76, 86, 96, 106. What am I doing wrong here? Okay, let's get back to that. 96. Okay, I'm just going to add 6. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 74, okay, minus 6, 168. Is that right? I think so. Anyways, you get the idea. You just count all the way back around. And then you know what your intake was. Okay, so we got an exhaust is open for 174 degrees. We got an intake open 168 degrees. That's pushing it pretty good. My blowdown on the saw starts at 92 degrees. I'd rather see 98, but a bigger saw can handle that. 70cc saw, 92 will make it real rev happy, but it won't have the torque, okay? That's what's going to happen there. Okay, so now the next thing that I've got to do, besides find a place for this to set, let's straighten back up, is, and you're all cock wobbled around, I've got to take cylinder off, throw a ring in this, and I'll show you how to tell where your transfer is opening at, okay? Okay, to find out where that transfer opening is, you have to put your ring in the hole. Now you want to know, that's when that's coming down. You care about where that opening is, okay? So use your piston. And I got the wrong piston there. That's going to wobble around. There's my piston. And you could actually look in that exhaust and see, I won't be able to show that on video, but when you push that, that pushes that ring straight. Okay. What is really interesting, you want the lower side of the ring to be at the edge, not the uppers, the one on the piston. Okay, we've got it. Okay. Okay, see that lower side of that ring is right there at the bottom. This is upside down, so realize you're looking at that backwards. Okay, that is a very nice reference point. And it's going to be the same on both sides, you know. That's what it's going to be. It's going to be the same on both sides. See that? Okay, that right there is showing you where you're at on your exhaust. And isn't that interesting? You can see right here how where that ring is to the bottom of that ring. So your exhaust went that far, and then your transfer's opened to let air up through to help shuft that exhaust out. See that? The top part is exhaust, bottom part is where the transfer is opening. Okay, so we mount this piston back up, and then we remount this cylinder. Put your piston at bottom dead center. Okay, right here, what we've done is we know that that ring, and this is still a place, if you even question if you bumped it or something, you can look in, and you can see the edge of the transfer and tell the bottom of the ring in this position is at the top of the transfer. That's where we want to find out where it opens. Okay, so now this is weird. I've never done it this way by looking at the camera. But what you want to do is get where you just touch that ring. I gotta move around so I can see. You bear with me just a second. I want to see that. Okay, right there. It just touched it. Okay, my transfers just opened 53 degrees after bottom dead center. A, B, D, C. I write all this stuff down. Okay. Now, you know you can't roll that forward anymore. So we need to know where they close. You just back it up. You just back it up. Piston goes down, goes back around. Actually, this is hilarious because I actually did that backwards. That was the close. I forgot to rotate it back. This happens. Keep yourself straight. That's what you got to do. Okay. Gotta look in there. Okay, this is truly it right here. Okay, they started opening right here 90, 110, 20, 124. 8 after top dead center, okay? But it is, I just didn't back that up. I don't care who you are, you're going to do this every time. Because without being able to go full revolution, it's hard to remember to back that up when you're using this ring method. So what you do is just continue forward, bring this back up until it just touches. Okay. So, right there, just touching. Okay, that's 53 after top dead center. Okay, so this is kind of neat. Now, I don't really care about my transfer duration. That doesn't matter one whit. I care about when it opens. This is more a reference than anything to see how the saw wants to run. Okay, but that's how you learn where your transfer opening is. Now, what's interesting, let's go through this blow by blow. Let's back this back up. Okay. I think I just bumped that ring. But we know where that was. We was at 53. Okay. I did move that ring right there. I just bumped it. Okay, but it opened at 53. Okay. Now that's on my reverse on my wheel. Okay, truly, it opened at 100, 10, 20, 33. So that opened at 133. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and shove that ring up. My exhaust opened right there. Started at 92, so it went 102, 122, 132, 42 and 1. So that's 41 degrees. Okay, that should give me plenty of torque. Okay, so my exhaust was open 41 degrees before my transfer is opened. Don't push that number a lot. I don't care if it's 50, it's pretty good, okay? But, so the transfer is open. Okay, you notice that there's quite a little ways to let the exhaust gases out before the transfer is opening. It comes out, and then the transfer is open, and then it goes ahead and pushes the exhaust out into the muffler. When the piston hits the bottom dead center, part of that intake charge that went in that muffler bounces back. That's what it does. Okay, so hopefully you got that. Now this is all we're doing on the degreeing. Now let's talk about what we've just figured out. Okay, you know what's funny about this? Okay, you know what's funny about this right here? Get that out of my hair. I had already mapped this, and I mathed it out and everything beforehand. And so what I'm showing you, it's interesting how these numbers do duplicate. You want that. Check everything 3 times. Just trust me. I don't care how you are used to this. You are. But the only place you ever back up is when you put your ring in, your bottom dead center, you kind of roll it up, touches the ring. You got to back it up so it actually is working on the exhaust stroke. That's what you have to do. And then when it comes back around, and you can calculate how long they're open. That doesn't come into play on these saws. It really doesn't. But what you can do is build a graph that, just a circle graph, and you can put all these on there and overlap them with different color shading pens. Kenzie did that on his channel, Bayou Country Power Saws. He shows these graphs so you can see the overlaps that you have, or non-overlaps. You don't actually have overlaps. You don't want them. What you have is every cycle there's a momentary pause before the next one starts 133 times a second. That's really amazing how this works out. It really is. And it's what?
233.
233?
233.
230. 233 times a second. I can't get that right because it just seems like too big of a number.
It is a big number.
It's just a monster number. I hope this helps you. This is the easiest I know. I can show you more complicated ways. And all it does, it just confuses me. Now, do I cheat sometimes? Oh, yeah. I'll throw the wheel on. I don't care where the darn thing lands. If I want to just see where I'm at on my intake only, I'll bring it around. Like if I'm porting, I'm trying to hit them numbers. I'll bring that around where it's just opening or just closing and rotate it. And I'll just count. Same thing on the exhaust. Once I have valid numbers, I just leave the degree wheel on. That's what I do. And so it's always right there, accurate as it is. But this helps you a lot. Now, on saws that are 70cc, if you start your blowdown cycle right about 98, 96, 100, determines how rev happy you want, how big a bar you're going to run. If you run a big bar, run 100. If you're going to run shorter bar, run 98. 96, I run them at 96, really good luck. When you get down around 92 like this one is on a 70cc saws, it's like having too big of a cam in your car, in your race car. It just don't pull, it don't pull as hard. You know, it won't build a torque. So, your intake on the 70cc saws, that's why I'm using just them for an example. There's more of them out there than anything else. Try not to exceed 160 degrees of open timing on that intake, okay? There's a great big gray area on how much you should take off on the floor of the intake. Remember, you're taking it off the roof of the exhaust, the floor of the intake. You guys already know what I do with the transfers. I make them dirt bike style. In a lot of cases. I mean, there's some that I don't. But like there's some that like this one here, I'll open these up. Obviously, I don't need to touch the intake or exhaust on this, nor do I want to. I just want to make sure that they both flow good. My numbers are already, as far as I'm concerned, right over the top on this particular saw. I'm really excited about getting where I can finally run this appropriately. The first time I did this, I had free bore. That means when my piston was at top dead center, there was probably 70 thousandths of airspace from the floor of the exhaust to the bottom of the piston, and it didn't run for crap. And it just upset me. I went through a lot of nightmares to get this combination right here. I really did. This saw's been here a long time, and this is how we do it. We just keep poking away, and sooner or later, you'll get it. If you just order enough parts, sooner or later, you get a combination that works. And we did it. This is going to be a very strong runner. Going to be real peaky. And that's going to be unusual for a 100cc saw. And so, there you go. That's about it for this video. I thank you for showing up. I've been plagued with this bad headache for about 5 days off and on now. So, I just want you to know that I'm going a little crazy from it. I think it's from thinking or something. Or the heat. It's something. Okay, we all go through it. You take care of yourselves. Goodbye.